haven't done this for ages, so chances are nobody's going to come in. But if you do, hit the thumbs up. It'll be fantastic. It's quite weird, really, because it's probably just missed that first sentence. Good evening. Welcome to Walking with Mick. As I say, it's very rare. I didn't get a chance last week. My wife was on holiday, so can't really come in at this time of night and start shouting about when she's in bed. So I didn't. Just check I've got her on the right one. All messages, good evening. So if you do come in, say hello, and I'll say hello back to you. And I can tell you my little story about today. If you're interested, I'll let one person know, are you? Uno persona. Look at the so Spanish. It's unbelievable. Hola, uno persona. We've got to turn these into earrings. John Paul Glasgow, how are you doing? There you go, look. The DJI Mic 2 earrings. Spot on. Good evening. Good evening. Have you gone off again? It shows nobody's here. So I bought the Osmo 360, DJI Osmo 360 the other day, and I took it with me yesterday. And I did some filming with it, and I was really excited to get back and edit the filming, edit the recording. And when I got back, I had about 5 hours of absolute bloody misery with it. So it's now on its way back to Amazon. Have you clocked off again and cleared off? There we go. Oh, you're still there. It's showing nobody's in, isn't it, really? Good lad. On my end, it shows that nobody's in. I've got nobody watching me, so there's probably 50 people watching, and they can't wait. So anyway, what I've decided to do, I did a little video, put it up, channel news, with the proper channel news thing. I've decided I'm going to move over to, I've changed the other one from Mick with Beaver stuff to just my name, Mick Beavers, and I'm just going to post on there, because I've got 2 channels. Neither of one's getting to where I want to be, but if you put the 2 together, you might be able to get enough. So if you do come in, say hello, and I can say hello back to you. So now I'm an ex-owner of a... there's nobody in my head. So now I'm not the proud owner of a Osmo 360. It's gone. 21 people. Oof. Wouldn't it be nice if they all stayed, but I bet they don't. In a minute, there'll be 1 person. I've demoted myself to a small cup. Good evening, everyone. I need to put my other glasses on because I end up doing this because I've got varifocals on. I could put it down a bit, I suppose. How does that work? That's better. There you go. Look, 21 to 10. 10 people, 11 people cleared up. Bye. Bye. Just bye. I don't know if I'd do any better on the other channel, to be honest. Cloud Chucker, how you doing? That's better. I could. That's any problem with these. You end up just keep doing this, and it's quite distracting. Plus the fact if you do it when you're doing the video, you look like this all the time. Like, look at my nose. Is the audio okay anyway? Just checking. 1, 2, 3. There's no meter on the phone, you see, when you plug it in. So you don't know whether you've got decent audio or not. I checked it on the other thing, and on the app, because it comes with an app, these. So I don't know if you noticed, YouTube are displaying a different, they're displaying your name different now. They've started using the name that your username, not your nickname. So what you have to do, if you're not happy with the one you've got, if you go back in, you can edit your username to whatever you like. So if somebody's already nicked Cloud Chucker, you'd have to put Cloud Chucker 1 or something like that. Well, I was lucky because I usually, I've got, I'm a bit like that. So on this one, the username was Walking with Mick, so it's not made any difference. But for some people, it's with 95 numbers after the name, it's changed quite a bit. So you're now Cloud Chucker 3540, whereas before you'd just been Cloud Chucker. But that's why they've done it. They've done it to stop people imitating other people's names, because you can't change your username. You can change your other thing. Hello, Benji. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I've just broke a spring, I think, just on the last job, and I set off from a junction. It went, and I thought, hey, what's that noise? And then I went over a bump. Hello, Jake Doe, how you doing? I went over a bump, and it sounds like I've got a bag of spanners under the front left wheel arch, so I'm presuming I need a new spring. Hello, Mum. He always does this. He's always watching me. He keeps stalking me and sending me things. Can you have a word with him, please? So I don't know when I'm going to get that fixed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but you'd probably be better off subscribing to the other channel because we're going to move everything onto there, mate. If everybody wants to go across there, I'll put a link in the description to this. I don't know whether anybody will watch it back. I'm struggling to get any watch time hours on this. They're actually going down instead of up because they've now started taking the first videos off. And it just seems an endless task. So I think if I just put both channels together and then put reviews up and walk in, we should do all right, I would have thought. But I just thought I'd do one on here tonight. Look at that, 27 to 14, so we lost 13 in one go. If I'd have been an 18-year-old blonde bird, they'd have stayed, wouldn't they, really? Giggling and talking absolute rubbish. That's the problem. I'm too old. And I'm not female. And I ain't got big boobs. No more taxi, Mick. Not tonight. There will be. It's only a broken spring. It just depends when they've got time to change it. I think it's a broken spring. It sounds like one. When you go over a bump, it just sounds like you put a load of metal spanners in a metal toolbox and then dropped them from afar. That's what it sounds like. It sounds a lot worse than what it is, to be honest. They do it on them Skodas, though. They go fairly regular. That's it's the second one I've had in 2 years. I don't know where the other one was, what part of the car, because it just said, I've got a broken spring. Do you want me to mend it while I was in? And I just paid it when I got there. If I had a mankini on, they'd probably have stayed. I think so. If I'd have had a mankini on, I'd have probably left. Probably not, eh? Probably not. When you look on this channel, the demographic. Hello, John, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. When you look at this channel, the demographic for this one, it starts at 45 and finishes at 90. Whereas the other channel, it starts at 18 to 25 or something like that. So I don't know. We might lose a few of them. But there's like nearly 6,000 subscribers on that other one. So I might as well just go up there and do it. Instead of messing about trying to build this one up. I've got a video of some geese coming up though. That'll suit you, John. I went to Mablethorpe yesterday and I went round Queen's Park. There's obviously a boating lake there, and hijacked by there's no swans, just Canada geese, but there's only 2 left because I think they're both disabled because they normally fly off, don't they? So I did some filming around there, but it's not it wasn't a particularly good camera, that Osmo 360. So I've sent the bugger back today. It's gone. Do you know, it takes it's probably going to take 5 days before they get it back into the Amazon thing, and then another 5 days before you get your money back, and maybe even another 5 days to get your money back. Yeah, be careful with avian flu. Yeah. That's probably what happened to my spring. My spring's got avian flu. No, I didn't go anywhere near them. I presume they've flown off. They emigrate, don't they? Wow, 5 swans, bloody hell. Yeah, it's dotted about all over, isn't it? So what is it then? Is it like a COVID for swans? Is that how it works? It must be some sort of serious virus, doesn't it? That's terrible, isn't it, poor little buggers? Yeah, bird flu, yeah. Yeah, but I wonder whether it's a virus. It must be a virus that just gets them, does it? Does it affects chickens and all that, doesn't it? Because they have to put all the free range ones away, don't they, when they get it? When it's about. Yeah, virus, yeah. Is there what you can do for a bird that gets it, as if that's it just done? Oh, look at this. Can Can't stay long, Mick. I'm off to London. Up at 5 a.m. I'm off to London with the missus for 2 days. I'm getting the train to Piccadilly Station. Just going for a break. Hey up. Don't you come back as expectant parents, will you, Mac? Was that at the McDonald's? Where did you get that from? I had a Q&A sticker. There you go. This one's for Benji. What food you could eat daily? So for Benji, that would be McDonald's, obviously. Oh no, it's in front of me now. Can you do it with that? Does it come up? Can you put it up there? No. Why would you want to put that just there? That's just stupid. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Bored with it. Drag here to end Q&A. Oh, whose idea was that? Yeah, McDonald's. Does that come up for you as well? Or is it just for me? Answer. That's just stupid. Has that got it? No, it's gone. There you go. Yeah, I'm not bothered about McDonald's, to be honest. I haven't had one for months. I think last time I had one was probably when I came back from Spain in June. You can see it on the phone and on the telly. Right. Yeah, well, let's not bother doing that. Why would you want to put that up there? I suppose if you were doing some sort of live stream about a debate, you could put, what's your opinion on Benji? Should you throw him out the cab or keep him in? What's your opinion on McDonald's? Should you throw it out the cab or eat it? See? I can't believe we've got 10 people in all at once. Here we go. Sponsored by DJI. Christmas earrings. Look, they've even got the fluff on them. Catch you later, mate. Nice to see you. So just remember to subscribe. You've already subscribed to that other channel anyway, because I say I don't know when you can see two of me. How you manage that? I tell you what, I'm looking healthy, aren't I? It's this filter. That's any trouble sometimes. You do a bloody where's that filter? Let's have a go at that filter. If it has a source bin for me, you've lost me. It's probably one of your typos. Oh, it hasn't got a filter on this one, is that? The other one. What's that do? Oh Christ, we're not. Anyway, let's not do this. That's just stupid. Why you want to do that, I don't know. So you got on telly and on the phone. I've been live on here for ages. Last week Sue was off all week, and I said she goes to bed a bit earlier than what I tend to do. So I don't get a chance to. That bloody clock was wrong downstairs. Yeah, she goes to bed a lot earlier than what I do, so I didn't come in and get a chance to go live. What happened the week before? I think we were going out the week before. Something happened the week before as well, so I didn't do it then. But anyway, I got that Osmo 360 and off of Toddles. And the first thing I did was ever walk down the beach and do that video that's up on this channel. And that didn't edit too bad. But then I started walking about. So I walked up near where the Crazy Golf is. And I kept trying to get the shots to show you the different places all over the place. Oh, right, yeah. And I never got any good with that. Then I went for a walk down the beach, and then all of a sudden you could see one arm sticking out the other arm. And I'm trying to adjust this bloody video, and I thought it took me 4 or 5 hours to actually get a video rendered. And plus the fact the DJI editing software is really slow. And it took me about 5 hours in the end. And it's sort of it's not too bad. But you notice after it's rendered, it's as if the graphics card isn't strong enough to render it. So it's got little flickers going on at the back of the thing, and the buildings are moving and stuff like that. And I thought, well, I don't want to go any further with this. I don't want to mess about with it. I'm just going to send it back and forget all about it. Because I've already got 2 cameras, one for when it's wet and one for when it's in. So why on earth would you need another one? So that's what I did. It's gone. It's back on the van. So we'll see what happens now. Well, I know what's going to happen now. I'm not going to buy another one. They've got the Action 6 has just come out. And depending on who you watch, some people reckon it's good and some people reckon it's not worth the upgrade from the 5. But the only trouble is with the 4, if you were to use the 4 in here to do a video on, the low lights on it's not very good. InShot is brilliant. Now this is a different thing. It's a 360 camera, so you've got 2 cameras, one underneath, one on the top. So I was walking away from the sun, so it's shining on the top of the camera, and then giving off a false light on the screen. And then I turned it round, and then all you can see is the selfie stick on you or on a shadow on the thing. So I thought, well, there isn't actually a decent light that you could use it in. So that was one thing that got on my nerves. And then this constant thing where you're trying to, because the way I looked at it was, obviously you moved the editing software to point at where you wanted to do. So if you zoomed in on anything, the zoom was awful on it. So everything looked sort of foggy in the back. And then after I'd used the software, I mean, probably if you had a really up-to-date computer with a massive, well, it won't be memory, would it? Whatever it is, a massive amount of room in there, it would run this DJI thing absolutely perfect. You're probably better on a Mac or something like that with a really big operating system, or a lot stronger than mine, but better graphics, shall we say. And but you can't just upload the footage and put it onto my Filmora thing, because otherwise it just sort of randomly, you can't alter where the camera's going. So you basically get a shot of this side of your head or something like that. Or it's always pointing at you, or I don't know. I don't even know. I just didn't want to get into it anyway, so I sent it back. And so I'm not criticising the camera, because when you watch a lot of people, they've had one a while, but it's not my sort of thing. It might be like for you, John, when you're in with the birds and stuff like that, that might be worth you doing it, but it's more made for people that are probably doing action shots, serious action shots like skateboarders. But it's trying to stop it doing like a fisheye or R for you or something like that. I just couldn't get on with it. So anyway, it's gone now. It's gone bye-byes. So we'll not go on about it anymore. So I've got 2 anyway. So I don't like the 360 motion sickness. Yeah, well, that's basically what it gives you, to be honest. You get really sick of it. I don't know about motion sickness. I got sick of it. I'd say it just went on forever. It was 3 o'clock this morning when I finished editing this video, because I thought, well, I'm going to edit the video because I've spent the day filming. So I'm going to edit the video so I can actually put it up and let people know how I was doing it. Dan H, how you doing? Nice to see you. Did I watch Coronation Street? No, not for probably 20 odd years, mate, to be honest. Yeah, Pocket 3 is good. I like the Action 4 as well. The good thing about the Action 4, way out. That's my Action 4. You've no buttons to press to turn it around. You just physically turn it around in your hand. But it comes with that handle, so off you pop. I mean, that would fit on the bottom of the 360. But to actually use it in, you have to have it at that angle to use it in 360 mode, because it had to be straight. Otherwise, it didn't do it any good. But so these are good. They're nice. For the price, I can't remember how much it was, to be fair. But I do like that one, and it's nice and light. The other problem with that 360 was it was very heavy. when you got it stretched out, it was very, very heavy. By the time I got up this morning, I got muscles where I didn't know I had them. But my arm was sore. Did I watch Coronation Street? I don't know. But this seems to be the one. I've got a couple of extension batteries on it. So the only thing is, after I went out that day and it fizzed up, it was a bit scary. But a few people, I was watching a few videos tonight, and they were saying that they got trouble with this back bit. Anyway, that's what you look like. What's that say? These are so easy to use and so light. But the only thing is, they are probably a little bit fragile. You'd have to be a bit careful. And they're really easy to change direction with, change sort of filming formats. I'm not going to upgrade to the 6 anyway. You've got to sort of draw a line, haven't you? I mean, it was a bit of a... I was thinking about upgrading that, not upgrading, but buying that other camera. I was thinking about it for a few weeks. The Pocket 4's out next year. I won't even bother with that, to be honest. Because if you're making a living at it and that sort of creator, but I only want to record in 4K. I mean, 4K 60 if I've got doing a drone, or just 4K 24 if I'm not. And this is lovely. It's a cracking thing. Although the other one is a cracking thing, but it just needs it's a bit more technical. I probably need to get used to manually setting the settings up for for different lights and that, because I did a video the other week when I got back. It was far too dark. Whereas if I should have realised when it was a really cloudy black day when I first got that drone. I should have realised, and I should have changed the camera to make sure it didn't look like that when I'd finished. That's the only problem. You drive 50 miles away from home to do a video. You get back and you've messed it up. You've no to put on here. You still have the Pocket 2. What do you actually do your filming on then? See, I didn't know it's about the Pocket thing until I'd never had any interest in it really, to be honest, because I was quite happy sat here getting drunk. And I used to be sat in here with I've got a Logitech Stream camera as a webcam. So I'd just be sat here drinking heavy, and I could make my videos on what I got here. So I'd never even thought about filming. And then when all of a sudden I thought, well, I'm going to start going for a walk, and I don't even know how I dropped onto it then, to be honest. And it was Tamara Gabriel, who I watched. I'd watched a few people, but some people, when they start real loud American accent, they start blasting at you as if you're being told to buy it. I'm soon away from that. Whereas obviously Tamara's easy on the eye. So I started watching it. S24 Ultra, perfect for wide life, etc. Huge zoom, and you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, my mate's just bought the Lark A1 because this is what these like. I said, I don't know. I've got the what's mine called? M2s, aren't they? And then there's the Lark M2S, which is a bit like a sort of, I don't know, squiggle shape that you can put them through your lapels or through your buttonholes and just put them there. You can actually hide them, can't you? They're absolutely brilliant, aren't they? I've got these. These were. When I tell you what I bought, I'm genuinely not bragging. I'm not a man with a load of money. I'll just spend when I get into something, I spend every penny I've got on it. So these are all my spare money. I bought these. These were the original ones, I think. But the only trouble is the wind muffler's rubbish. You had to stick it on there and then as soon as you brushed it, it fell off. And the other problem is you had to plug it in to the bottom of a phone. You had to use that, or you have to use these type leads. So your transmitter's got to be fastened onto something. Well, on a proper camera, it would go on that thing at the top of the camera. So that would be your transmitter. And then obviously this is your microphone, but unless you plug a lavalier microphone into it, you're gonna get all that wind noise if you're out and about. But these are really good. But they're also really expensive. They were over 200 quid. And it's a lot of money, isn't it? And they're no better than the Lark M2S, which is currently at about 58 or 68. I think it was over 100 when I bought it, but as usual, it goes down when Mickey starts after he's bought it. But if you use them on an iPhone, those Rode things, you've got to have it plugged into something like that, which then allows static to go into either there or there, so you constantly get not particularly good audio. Whereas with the Lark ones, you shove that adapter, the transmitter, into the bottom end of it, and away you go. You can use them on a necklace as well. I've ordered for these, but they haven't got any in stock at the minute. I've got an email when we do it. Basically what you do, it's like a necklace, and it's made by DJI, and they're only about 13, 14 quid, something like that. And the idea is you just stick that to it at the front, because the problem I've got now with a thick coat, the microphone's constantly rubbing on my bloody coat. So I've ordered one of them, just clamp it on the front, and it should get away with all that. Sometimes if I've got my drone with me, or sometimes I take a bag with me on my shoulder, and I just put this onto the strap. But then as you're walking about, you forget, and you pull the bag down, and the microphone ends up halfway down your stomach, so they can't hear what you're saying. Then you remember and pull it back up again. But yeah, this is Holy Land, this one. But on the cameras, I use these. These are the DJI Mic 2s. I got one. That one was cheaper than buying a black one, so I bought the white one. And I also thought, well, that one goes on the 4 and that one goes on the 3. So you know which microphone you've picked up, and you're not constantly connecting them up. Not that it's a difficult job, but that's just the way I am. So, because what I was expecting after buying that camera, I thought, well, I'll never use that other one now. Because just for that reason, because you think you bought something was better, but I didn't think it was better, to be honest. As I was walking around with it, I thought, this is just such a faff. There's nothing easier than having a camera in your hand that's nice and small and light, and you can, your focus is on it, you know exactly where it's doing because you're looking through the viewfinder. When you've got something a metre in front of you like that, and you can't really see what the viewfinder says, it's, you and say your biggest fear is you've been out all day, you've been filming stuff, you get home, you've got nothing to edit, which was sort of what happened yesterday, really. But anyway, I've stuck it together, and I may do a bit of a editorial to it, and just, in fact, I might even cut the video to bits and do an editorial and show people. But I say, if I think the people that those 360 cameras suit are the people what are doing 3-minute video clips and then sticking them all together, like little Instagram clips and that. Whereas somebody like me, what goes walking for 4 or 5 miles at a time, it doesn't really suit me. I was going to go walking tomorrow, now, am I? Anyway, these things come to try us. I've had that car. I've had it 2 years. And the only thing, when I bought it, I didn't realise, because, super bags, and bags. If you put it on the front of your bike or on the back of your bike, you can do all sorts of things, can't you? I mean, just imagine putting it on the front of a bike going down a cycle track. You could have some right fun with that, because you could spin it around to show your reactions. But for going walking, it's certainly not the thing to have. Or certainly not for the thing to have for me. Anyway, what was I on about then? Before I rudely interrupted myself. I've had that car 2 years, and I've done just over 50,000 miles in it, and so far it's cost me a couple of shockers at the front. That's all it's had. And just general servicing, discs and pads and stuff like that, and oils and whatever. I do keep them well serviced anyway, because it's how you make your money. What would it be like in the woodland on? Yeah, that's what I was going to try, to be honest. I maybe should have kept it another day and let it go. Say, it wasn't, for me, it wasn't the camera, although I wasn't that keen on the camera. It was the editing software. Rubbish. I didn't rate it, and it was the finished product of the editing software. When I first got the Osmo Pocket 3, I went everywhere, and I was filming in 4K 60 frames per second, and I was right chuffed with myself. I'm filming this and filming. When you put it through the editing software, you could hear the computer straining, and it had little, they are big files, and they have little like frosting. Like you'd be walking down the road, and you could see the road buzzing, like fluffing like that, and the tarmac's coming up. And anyway, I said to my mate, who was a computer buff, because I'm self-taught. I never even touched a computer till I was over 30. I never had them at school. They only had one at school, and they used to say to you, if you walk, as soon as you walk past it and put one finger anywhere near the case it was in, get away from that, boy, it'll never affect you. So I never actually could operate a computer until I was over 30. And then I just started with a laptop. This is my first desktop computer at 59. And I bought it in 2021. So all this is sort of new to me. I mean, when we started doing the vape stuff on the other channel, I learned how to put intros on and Google things I didn't know, and then other people would tell you how they'd done it. Then you pay for some music, copyright-free music, to go onto it as well. And I got reasonably good at that. And then somebody actually did say, what computer have you got? I said, no, I've got a laptop. He said, what, you do that on a laptop? I think it was this microphone. I had this microphone attached to a laptop. Anyway, the laptop started playing up. Oh, somewhat went on anyway. And I thought, I'll get a bigger laptop. And anyway, I looked, because I always thought that desktop computers must be a fortune. And it turned out you could get at the time, I don't know what they're like now, but you could get a reasonable desktop computer for 600 quid to make one. So that's what I did. Anyway, I upgraded the graphics card twice because I wanted to do 4K 60. Yeah, see, it's all right, but it just takes forever, doesn't it? You imagine doing if you're doing shorts, that's not so bad at 15 seconds, aren't they? I'd do shorts out the other ones. But to actually do a longer video and then, sort of pick your shots and then put transitions in between and whatever, it's not as easy on a phone, especially an half an hour video, because then when you go to render it just takes forever. And then if you've made one mistake in it, you know full well you've got another hour and a half for it to render, especially on iPhone anyway. I don't know what it's like on yours. I use an editing software called Filmora, and I actually pay now for the different credits. 2 hours render. See, I can render a 4K 60 frames per second in probably 12 minutes, and that would be 30-40 minutes, and it's probably less than 10 minutes. Next time I do it, I'll actually, because I've just got that used to doing it. I don't really take any notice, but I think it's probably 6 minutes, and it's so easy because I've got this mouse, this rollerball mouse. So when you're trying to cut a slither off, it's so easy because you're just doing that with your thumb, and then a quick click on the finger and it's gone. It's so easy. 2 hours. I ain't got 2 hours. What do you do? Leave it going and go out? I've had shorter holidays. it's like when you upload it to YouTube, isn't it? I mean, we're on really fast internet now compared to what we was. It used to take you forever to upload it to YouTube. You know, and then all of a sudden do upload 2 or 3 though, yeah. Christ. Yeah, that's how that one. It's not bad. I've had it ages. I bought the license for it for about 50 odd quid, and you get a lifetime license, so you can use it forever. Because the other option is to pay for it monthly, and then obviously you get the music software as well, so you pay for that. I pay for that yearly, but there's only certain things you can use that it offers that you can use. Certain transitions, certain sort of lettering and what's the name, titles. Certain titles you can use and different things like that. So anyway, in the end, I thought, well, I'll bite the bullet and I'll pay for it for a few months and see what it's like. And that's what I do. I pay for it. It's about 16 quid a month, but you can use all the stuff in there. And there's some music on there as well that you can use. So I thought I'll just give it a go at that. But I don't know what the best answer is, to be honest. I mean, to be really, really honest, on a unless you're doing a review, because people expect a bit of a noise before a review comes on, but if you're actually just doing a walk on the beach, you could just start it off without any music, couldn't you? You don't really need any music. But it's handy when you do like drone videos, because you need something on there. You just can't have it quiet. You've got nearly 40 shorts unlisted, ready to upload. Bloody hell. I've got a few bit left on this one, because I say I'm going to change it over to my other channel. I've got 5,600 subscribers on the other one, and I'm just going to change over to my other channel and try that. And if it don't work, I'll have to come back. Yeah, it's not easy to go live, isn't it? Christ. If you've got something to tell somebody. I do. I'm a bit of a jabber. I do like going live. I only need somebody like you in the chat that keeps putting. It's very, very difficult if you get a really dead chat to keep talking. It's not so bad if you were doing a product thing. I did one on here last week, and I did it on the computer software, and I kept talking solidly for an hour about a new product, and I don't think anybody really said anything back in the chat, and that is a bit stiff. But when I used to do the vape thing, on anybody's what does YouTube, if you've got a room to yourself, on the table in front of you, you'll have a load of stuff that you've just left there and forgot to pick up. So what you tend to do is, if it's a bit of a quiet night, you start looking around, and you'll go, "Oh yeah, and I bought this," and then you'll have a conversation about that for 5 minutes. And sometimes you can actually get the chat going by doing that. Just keep asking them questions, or saying something, and then they'll interact. But sometimes you can get a bit of an hard audience, to be honest. Like these, I bought these from B&M for a tenner. Then you'll get somebody, "Oh, I like them," and then off you go. Mo Sport makes me run like Mo Farah. I never really. You're just supposed to put them on there, aren't you? I'll tell you a story about these before I go, because Sue's going to be in about 10 seconds. These bad boys. No, is it these? No, this is them. No, it's not. I can't tell you about that. These are what Sue bought me for Christmas. Because I lost my other ones. I got some. Do another ASMR. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. You've got to start doing this on your microphone, haven't you? Some weirdos about, aren't they? I've got to do there's a sponsored dog walk. My daughter, she works at a doctor's surgery, and there's a sponsored dog walk from her doctor's surgery on Sunday, and she wants me to go and do a drone video and then do a voiceover on it, introducing the people that's taking part. Yeah, Snickers ice cream. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Snickers ice cream. And I'm going, and I ripped the thing in, and just as luck would have it, it just got warm enough for the toffee to melt. And it looked perfect, didn't it? I tell you what, I got some girlfriends that night. If only just for the calories. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the Snickers ice cream. Those were the days. I used to be able to woo them with my looks. Now I've got to buy them a Snickers ice cream bar. Anyway, I'm going to have to show you. And Sue's going to be in about 2 minutes, so I'm going to have to clear off. Thanks ever so much. Nice to just pop in, John. Just have a look at that. I don't know if you've already subscribed to my other channel, but I want you to nip across there. That was it. That was the days. You got a jumbo one then, didn't you? I'm surprised you weren't sick. Lanzarotte's been coming up on my Facebook. I said to my wife, I said, I've got the urge to go to Lanzarote. I like Lanzarote. I've driven all around it about 10 million times. It's lovely to see you, John Paul. Nice to see you, buddy. Keep on keeping on, won't you? I won't leave it too late before I pop back, I don't think. We'll got to put something up. But if you want to nip over to that, I think you're already there, John Paul, anyway, because it's been there for years, isn't it? And we'll go and try and have a go on that and add a few videos to it and see what we can do. I put one up today about sending that camera back. That went well. So, right. Love you all. Hey, Shrek, how you doing, buddy? You've just caught us just as we're off. Literally. Hope you're doing well, mate. Get well soon if you're not. I'll talk to you later.